Welcome to the channel. This is your favorite Slavic tarot reader, joining you with her beautiful two sons of the Labubu collections. They are going to be joining us. And today I will do a random reading. It's a Chinese Lunar New Year reading for the Fire Horse year. And also we will talk about the solar eclipse going on from 17th to the 18th. So we're going to mesh these 2 days together and see how we're going to be feeling before and after the solar eclipse, what types of topics are really transmuting here, and what type of quantum leap or time travel we're doing with this. So we have 2 minerals you can pick from. Number 1 is going to be this beautiful Herkimer Diamond, and pile 2 is going to be the ruby Corundum. So I bet the coloring is quite off on this video because of the bad lighting, because I am on my bed, but we have pile number 1 with the Herkimer Diamond and pile number 2 with the ruby. So take your time to pause the video, choose. You can also choose intuitively or which one you're more guided to. So we are going to start with pile number 1, the Herkimer Diamond, and this little cutie la tutti la bubuti is going to guard it. So we're going to open up this reading with oracle cards. We're going to take a few of them just so we kind of see like before and after energy. You can find this reading at any time. It's still a timeless reading. It's probably just one of those readings where you find them and it's probably quite away from the timeline that I posted. However, it's still going to resonate if there are big shifts going on in your life, big transits, shifting in the aerospace, in the universe, or yeah, just whenever you find this reading, it's for you if it resonates, okay? So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. We have here as the bottom line energy, new beginnings. So I'm sorry, the cards are probably reversed because I have to switch up the settings on this iPhone, but pile number 1, you are definitely going through new beginnings. You can also Google Herkimer Diamond and check out the spiritual meaning behind it. It has a lot. It's a very helpful and powerful mineral, which means that also you are very powerful and helpful. But it is a double terminated quartz, just being called a diamond because of its specialty. But I don't know much about it. I forgot, so we'll see. Maybe something resonates when you search for the spiritual meaning that is directly being affected in your life. Okay, so the first card out, we have flexibility, which comes with this floral gate or this bamboo forest, which shows me that you have been a very enduring person. Like, you have just, your life not just asked you, it demanded flexibility from you, even though you might not be the most flexible person. If you are a fixed sign or a fixed dominant sign in your chart, meaning Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, or Scorpio, this is especially for you, because when we have these signs that are fixed in energy, we are also very fixed in the ways that we deal with things, in the way we process things, think, do, and all of those things. The thing is that in the past, you had to show a lot of femininity, even if you're a guy that feels more masculine in energy. the flexibility that needed to be taken here was being more receptive, which means being in the feminine energy, right? Being receptive to your surroundings. So if you're more introverted, your flexibility had to be putting your boundaries out of a square shape into a bit more opened up hexagonal shape is what I'm seeing in front of me. It's like your boundaries were moved in any way, so because of other people probably, but those boundaries being moved helped you get out of your comfort zone so much more. So up to this point, up to, you know, let's say the snake year, so this February 2025 to February 2026, your whole life came from standstill to this gateway energy and opportunities that you never thought were possible. So it gave you this energy of freshness, vitality, new force inside of you that showed you that even though your path was quite dark and you didn't see exactly where you were going, and that's what asked of your flexibility. You might have been afraid of the dark, quote unquote, in the past, and now you're just like full force into the shadow aspects of yourself, or you're really getting to know the dark side of you because you were kind of pushed down for some reason. I don't know. Leave it in the comments if it resonates, and please, I would love to hear your stories, how this resonates, as it looks like I'm guessing, but I'm really not. But what I'm seeing here is your path was quite dark in a sense of you not being able to see exactly the end of the tunnel, you not being able to see far up ahead. I'm getting the hermit imagery where you had to carry that spark, that inner light inside of you for so long on your path, and you know, it took you a while to look up, even if you are a type of person that loves sunsets or rainbows and just like magical occurrences of the nature, is what I'm speaking here, because this card with new beginnings, has this magical universe above it, and the light it's casting its golden hour. So this point, whenever you find this reading, it's like this is your golden hour. It feels like, you know, the sun is setting, so the energy is dissipating in some way. However, the magic that the happening creates. So, you know, when the sun is setting and it comes to a certain degree, usually like an hour before the sunset ish, you know, it's called the golden hour. So it's like this specific life and planets had to align for you to this specific point where you thought, oh, now everything is going to shit, right? Everything is going dark in front of me, or I cannot see, or it seems like with somebody's passing or leaving or dissipating in energy, you thought, oh, fuck, you know, I'm gonna be so alone and in the dark, and I don't know what to do, and I lost this job, I don't know how and when I'm gonna find new one. But as the sun is setting, as this opportunity for warmth, as you thought, is closing at its final gate, it's showing you, it's like it's projecting this magic onto you where you kind of get re-inspired by the nature around you, looking at the clouds instead of the ground type of energy, just being so joyful because you have practiced being flexible for so long. Sorry, my hair is annoying. It's the Chinese New Year and I'm not allowed to wash it, and I forgot to do it yesterday, so let's move on. You are being stalled a little bit. I saw the Chariot in reverse when I cut this deck, but I guess the whole deck, no, it's not the whole deck in reverse. So I'm feeling like before this gateway you had to really temper your shadow and light side, your feminine and masculine side. I'm really getting this Chariot in a way of I'm speaking of the Chariot, meaning the meaning behind the card Chariot. It speaks a lot about balancing the light and the dark within you and then moving forward, but it's also the Emperor driving the Chariot in the tarot cards, right? So that masculine energy of moving forward, doesn't matter your gender, was something that solar power of assertiveness, just that, you know, Emperor vibes of, you know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. If you don't know, please put it in the comments and I'll gladly explain to you what you don't understand. But I'm predicting here that people that watch more than a minute or 3 are either resonating or know what I'm talking about, because we've been here for a while, even though you've probably never seen me before. But thing is, you have been quite tired of this sun setting. So whatever is leaving your life, your timeline, not your life per se, but whatever is leaving your timeline at this point, whatever the energy that used to inspire you and bring you so much joy and confidence and is now making it hard for you to express yourself. I'm getting a lot of imagery with this Herkimer Diamond being throat chakra opening is what's happening for you. You're being able to communicate a lot better, but it's just because you have really practiced in your past timeline this flexibility. And if you're a feminine dominant, let's say if you're a female, okay, you have been holding on to your patterning for such a long time, and what you have been up to this point is probably not resonating with you as much, either your friend groups or your habits or your style, or just something that has been kind of almost like a signature for you, a staple, like going somewhere every weekend, seeing the same people in the same bar. You're like cutting that off because you understood I'm sorry, I feel like you have a hard time expressing these things to people around you, especially if you're a masculine presenting energy. But I'm getting like you have had to, oh my god, you have had to learn so much about yourself in this past year from whenever you're watching this, and you were the catalyzing moment. You were self-catalyzed into this new timeline. You were the one that used to look down on the ground, down on life. I don't know why all these things are now coming out. I'm sorry, we have a lot to express, okay? These burps and itches and twitches are all spirit, okay? So don't at me, I'm not that ticky in real life. I am, I just don't see it. Shout out to everybody who has clinical OCD. But you were just, you were this person. You were this vessel, okay? Let's call it 1441 on the timer. You were this vessel of being a very positive person. You are very positive. Like, People just love to be around you, because no matter how hard your day is, it's like you're the happy-go-lucky forever child that just loves everybody innately. Like, people could also call you naive, but you standing your ground on something, it was either a whole new habit like a fitness regime, or diet, or dropping addictions, or just dropping your past timeline, like they're dropping like mosquitoes if you had one of those plugged in the wall, those pesticides. Like, at this new timeline, I'm seeing like all these high-pitched dosadne, like, I don't know the word in English, it's like ugh. Like, it's just these nasty energies that are going to try to come and like push you down in any way. Even if they're just like people talking about you, you can hear like ringing, high-pitched ringing in your ears. It could just be like people, you know, admiring you through gossip. So for instance, good example is you started working out, and before that you were a heavy social drinker, and that social drinking went from Tuesday to Friday, and then the whole weekend of regeneration, and then a whole week of, you know, drinking or something like that. It's just these habits that people around you never thought that you were going to break out of, you have successfully broken out of. All the times that you have listened to your intuition being like, don't go there, there's nothing there for you, and you didn't go. No, I ruined my dress. All the times that you didn't go, you protected yourself. And with you listening to your intuition, that protection, you rejecting that place was you protecting your peace. And anytime you protect your peace, the universe is going to pour down on blessings. It's just the way it is. I'm getting like full chills down my left side, so if you felt that confirmation. Let's see, on the other side, oh my god, we have action. That's cool. That's fucking cool, man. We're just gonna cuss until we get monetized, okay? So the action here I'm getting, first the wave came in, right? I mean, what I saw first was the wave coming in in me. So yeah, what could be happening is these emotions, or your emotional body returning, you feeling more like yourself, because you are not following the herd no more, baby. You are not the sheep. You are, you know, the one black ram that is just plotting in the corner on your next move. And I would like to know a little bit more about this action. I'm intrigued. Abundance. Oh my god, focus. Okay, focus. I don't know why, but the timeline on the other side is so exciting. Like, my crown is glittering. It's like the blessings, the abundance that's going to pour in is just like being poured or bathing in honey and gold and emeralds for some reason. I don't know, it's so interesting. The energy is so interesting. Yeah, so what you're doing is you're calming yourself down. You are keeping these energies for yourself. You're not sharing them anymore with people that you used to think were for you, friends, family, lovers, whoever, platonic or romantic. And this flexibility has shown you that, called it, can't make this up. This flexibility called you really to look inside, and I'm getting that you're also looking for a soulmate, so somebody to share life with, somebody to enjoy. It's like, even though this is Two of Cups and mostly people see it as a romantic card, I'm seeing like it's your choice who stays in your life. And with your new vision, after going so inwards into your own darkness to resolve it, you're going to be able to choose a lot more wisely the people that are going to be around you in this new season. Because with action and abundance coming out, it's like it's a wave of just excitement and joy and happiness and sunshine and soul tribe I'm getting. If you're an earth sign, especially if you're a Virgo, you are going to be meeting a soulmate, a romantic partner that kind of goes with the work that you have been doing. So whatever you've been working on, whatever you have been crafting within or without, so soulfully or physically with your hands, whatever, drawing, writing, making music, just anything you have practiced within yourself is something that this person is also going to be well versed about. So it's kind of like there's going to be a work alignment, or just something that you're passionate about, your hobby turning into an empire, just a material abundance. We have the Hierophant. So you have been so hyper focused and so overly committed to yourself, and you have taken the action away from your addictions, especially even if you haven't been addicted to like alcohol or substances. It could be just you being addicted to being around people, you being addicted to never being alone because it's so scary, right? But you have found within you a way to express your body, mind, and soul to a point where nothing matters. Like, you can feel the energy coming off of your, okay, let's do an example, right? You have been going to the fitness and you're quite proud of yourself because before that you have been, you know, quite addicted to an unhealthy lifestyle, or dopamine, or whatever it has been, or isolating, whatever, you know. And you can now, after processing a lot of yourself, you're now able to really feel the negative energy coming off of even your posts. So for instance, you post like a fitness selfie or your progress, and you can see who watched your story, and you can you can tell who's rooting for you, and you can tell like who's not like even going to press like, even though they used to hang out with you all the time, every weekend you were together, like they just don't want to see you thrive, and it hurts, man. But yeah, we have here the Ace of Swords and the Judgment. So the Judgment has been called upon these people in your life, these devilish energies, because you have seen the reflection of yourself in them, and you were like, I'm not gonna be like these people anymore, I'm going to remove myself. And you know, bring more flexibility into my life, especially if it's physical flexibility. Like, you know, we're all aging, and it's better to upkeep the body than to let it suffer for so long that it's so much in pain when you start doing things that you might, you know, put it off for even longer. But you are the type of person that just switched in this past year and become a whole nother person. You've walked through this gate of yourself, and you're bringing in so much abundance and so much, like, so much positive energy is going to flow into your life because you have made a commitment to yourself to let go of these addictions, to these connections that are holding you back in any way from expressing your true self or just being who you really are. And if that who you really are is somebody that's healthy and used to have a drinking problem, well, they have another thing coming, because you should never wish ill on somebody that is in recovery. It's just these energies come from the evil eye and the jealousy of how was she able to get to here. Well, you had to get within yourself, and you had to face a lot of inner conflict here with the Five of Wands. And you were also brave enough to get into conflict, even if just energetically. You got into conflict with people around you because of all the internal changes that were happening. I'm really getting this imagery of some, like a specific friend of mine, acquaintance, let's say. So yeah, props to you. Keep going to the gym if you're watching this. Keep up the good work. You're doing great, staying flexible and staying within your own lane. You're gonna get a lot of true people around you, like your soul family, somebody, like better friends. I'm getting better friends. Because you have the knowledge, you have unlocked or uncovered some sort of knowledge that has brought this action into your life. And after this solar eclipse, especially if you're watching this in this timeline, or whichever big event, astrological or personal big event is going on, you are getting so much mental clarity, so much. It's like, I'm getting this back in the day, being quite depressed, anxious, you know, undetermined about life. And on the other side of this, I'm getting, like, I'm seeing your brain being slit apart with a sword and just separated. It's like, was it Moses? No, who separated the Red Sea? It's like you are that guy. You separated the Red Sea within. You have taken the waters, these action waters, and no matter the storm, no matter the height of the waves, like, you didn't care. You were so committed to yourself and to your new way of thinking that you literally separated a whole freaking sea so you could walk your path, which is bringing me to the imagery of you almost being, especially if you're male, like being a bit more on the emotional, watery, feminine side and energy. But don't get me wrong, it's like this, it's like your heart is so precious, like you're not an earthling type of thing. I don't know how to explain this, but people might call you a pussy, or, you know, just bad words, like degrading for masculines, because you have an enormous heart. but you're really focused on your abundance here. Like, you're really focused on your potential as well. You have great potential, and this clarity is coming from the stillness. It's like you taking a step back from yourself, from your old ways, to take we have the Emperor here. To take a good look at yourself and realizing that you are that main character of your life. You're the star of your own movie, you know. Because, let's see, one more. Yes, the truth is that gaining flexibility wasn't an easy task for you. Yes, gaining flexibility wasn't an easy task for you because you were so set in your old ways, almost like being a little bit more like stubborn is what I'm getting. Yes, okay, we have two groups here. My hair is just horrible, I'm sorry. You worried a lot about your finances in the past year, just juggling different jobs or being unhappy with your job, thinking about searching for a new job, and it's brought you a lot of worry. It has turned your manifestation power down to like 18%, right? But we have here the Two of Swords with peace and the Wheel of Fortune, which is turning in your favor because you have taken the necessary steps. And like this deck kind of slid, and I just want to show you, the Hermit was like popping out. You have done so much inner work. You have communicated with a lot of internal battles, a lot of I'm getting weird texts, I'm sorry. Focus on work. Okay. You have been battling a lot of internal battles, and this Hermit is a bit different because you have uncovered a whole different timeline with this. You have uncovered a whole timeline within yourself, and with you transmuting worry to peace, like, it's one of the hardest things to do in life. Worry, fear, anxiety, depression, stress, just all of these negative emotions, and I call them entities or attachments, are just that, you know, literally. You have the power to cut up a whole forest and make a path, is what I'm getting. And the fortune that is coming in is this abundance and potential coming from your actions, literally, and a whole new beginning. Even though this is like a whole separate message here, I'm getting like this is a whole new beginning for you. This is like you have finished writing one biography. Now you are going to write another. I'm getting pulled to the Bhagavad Gita. It's one of the sacred scriptures of the Hindu mythologies, religion, and I love Krishna because he's hilarious. And don't get me wrong, I read a lot of different sacred scriptures. This is just the one I have on hand, okay? Because Krishna is working on giving out the message of do not worry, do not fear, and do not stress. So let's see Okay, we'll open up a different part. Okay. Okay. I was thinking if it's even relevant to this at all, but I'll read it anyway. Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. Those who worship ancestors go to the ancestors, and those who worship me will live with me. So, it's really about the cruel people in your life that you have cut off and started this whole new chapter in your life. It's like the things and the people and the situations or even gods that you used to worship are now changing. It's like that purport is literally giving me like, if you hang out with drug addicts, you're probably a drug addict or going to be. If you hang out with alcoholics, you're probably one of them because, you know, your vibe attracts your tribe type of thing. And with Krishna saying, you know, whoever you believe in or whatever you believe in, that's what you will return to. So if you are worrisome, you will not return to peace, right? But if you practice and worship the parts of life that bring you peace, then you will exude peace, and you will not just get peace back and volatility as well, but you will be able to return to peace a lot more easily. As is with faith or religion, I'm not saying that you have to practice anything religious or spiritual at all, but it's just a note, a point in time where you just need to reconsider your beliefs. So I am undefined in my beliefs, and I believe that religions are just monetizing opportunities for faith and hope. That's why I'm not here to sell anything or preach about anything. But what Krishna is trying to say here, he's a funny dude. When you read the Gita, you're gonna laugh. It's hilarious. What Krishna is trying to say here is, if you believe in Jesus Christ, for instance, your soul particle, your atomic soul, will return to that spirit of Jesus Christ, which is the whole heart. It's like this unconditional love for every person around you, no matter no matter their religion, no matter their upbringing or cultural experience, you know. And Krishna is saying that if you believe in the demigods, the lesser gods, for instance, I believe in whatever I believe, right? And it's a good thing for me to hear as well, because, you know, there's a hierarchy in the spiritual system, but it's like translating to your life in some way. So maybe there are people in your life or influencers of your life that you're like taking in their knowledge, and you have been lifting them up to higher heights, you know, maybe those aren't the people that should be cherished in your life, because we did get that you're getting a whole new soul tribe. It's going to have to shift with what you believe in, what you believe is good for you, who you believe is good for you, and really take note of how your body reacts to certain situations or people or places or happenings, because you have so much potential that needs like to be expressed, not just once, it's itself. Like I'm just seeing you like running after the sunset so it never sets type of imagery, and it's like your small legs ain't gonna get you far. That sun will set, but it will surprise you from behind. Oh, I'm getting this, like you need to do a whole 180 to see the sun again. Thank you so much. Namaste. I love you so much. Please like, share, subscribe. If you resonated, please tell me how this resonated with you, because I would love to hear and read about your stories. And on to the next.